up, guys? This is Automotive Anonymous. What I do are car reviews, 0 to 60s with the GPS and other cool stuff. If you like my content, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to help promote the channel's growth. Otherwise, we're gonna get right into it. This is the 2023 Subaru Forester Premium. It was generously borrowed by Twin Falls Subaru. I'll link it below because they're good people to work with and it's below MSRP. Otherwise, let's get right to the walk around, the specs, the initial driving impressions, the 0 to 60, and the final thoughts to see if it's worth your time and money. Right off the bat, it's the 5th gen. They started in 2019. The Premium is the second of the 6 trim levels. The base would start at about 26,000. This one with Destination is closer to 30.5. Subaru actually sells about 154 to 180,000 of these a year, so it is a very high volume seller for them. Has the 2.5 Boxer, I'll show you under the hood in just a minute, and they're roughly 15 feet long, 6 feet wide, 5.5 feet tall, and has the standard global platform, 8.7 inches of ground clearance, very capable with a 370 final drive ratio, so it's good off-roading as well. It gets 26 city, 33 highway with a 16.6 gallon tank. That's good for 550 miles on the highway if you're road tripping, baby. And has a 225/60/17 Bridgestone, so you actually get really good sidewall for a vehicle like this. It's a pretty smooth ride. One other thing I want to mention is I love that the headlights, the LEDs are now standard, but on the Premium you do get halogens right there. But let's get into the vehicle and out of the wind. The door panel looks really good. You of course get the stitching, you get kind of a cloth door card, you get a soft touch material on the armrest, an 11 finger handle with a lip, feels really good, aluminum on the door handle, lunar surface, reminds you of the moon if you've ever been there, or maybe you've dreamt about being there. Nothing on the door speaker, it does sound decent, but it's not the Harman Kardons. And then right here, if you're going to a barbecue, you could probably fit like a mayonnaise, and then maybe a sideways bottle of Tabasco or A1 if you're careful, maybe one on top of the other. Just make sure the lids are on, you don't want to regret that. Door sill plate has the baby size Subaru, it's the smallest one in production. Forester on the floor mats, rubberized pedals and the dead pedal on the left. You have the hood release, the fuses. These are the options you get on the base Premium. Yeah, and then the seat, it does have the power adjustments. Good stitching. It's very decently bolstered for this type of vehicle. I always think Subaru does well with their cloth seats. So let's get out of the wind and fire up the Boxer. Fires up right away. You do have the Premium wheel, which is the leather wrap. Feels good. Horn is decent. You got the info button here to go through your miles per hour, miles per gallon, those type of options up top. And then you have your little baby size paddles down here to go through the center display. Then you have volume and audio settings on the left, cruise control on the right, and then sport mode, intelligent mode. Pretty much just fluctuates the RPM of the CVT when you're already in motion. 6.5-inch screen. You do have the CD player. You have physical buttons and some dials, physical buttons for the HVAC. And let's show you the backup camera. It does a decent job. You can see the lines moving when the wheel moves, not bad. Door panel again looks really good. All the same themes follow, lunar landing, stitching, cloth, soft touch, ginormous. Equally pretty big down there. You could fit a lot of other condiments. You could fit a couple of small bags of Lay's, maybe some Taco Bell sauce packets if you didn't get enough sauce up front. You have the baby size Subaru, and then you have the grip so that you can step there and get up to the rails if you need a little bit more height. Seats look really good. It's a 60/40 split. They are light, easy to maneuver. You're sitting behind yourself. I'm 5'11", and I have probably 3 inches, 2.5 inches, something like that of room. It's very comfortable. This is what the view looks like. Nice view. You got the LED lighting above and some ventilation. The buttons that are missing would be the heated seats and the USB, the 2.1 amp ones that you can get on the Touring I just reviewed, and 2 cup holder armrest. So you have some options back here if you're being chauffeured around. In the back, let's see what we get. We get the camera and we get the one-touch PIN code button. I have a video on how to set that. It's a pretty cool feature. You can get in and out without your keys, so check that video out. Otherwise, we're gonna lift it up It's not powered on this option, the way this one is spec'd on the Premium. And then we have the 29 cubic feet of cargo space back here. We do have the sunshade, privacy shade back there, which is nice. We don't have the seat drop handle. We have a little bit of room behind the wheel wells. On the Touring, that's where the subwoofer would be. And then we have a spare tire underneath. All your tools down there. And then whatever goodies you want to hide up here. If you drop the seats, you have about 75 cubic feet of room, which is quite a bit. Let's throw down the hatch. Get to the other side of the back seat. Door panel, you know the deal. They look very nice. One map pocket, so whoever's behind the passenger, that is the official backseat driver of the 2023 Forester Premium. Top safety pick plus, so we know that backpack is safe. And then riding shotgun, you can see you still get the proximity lock and unlock features. We're gonna leave it unlocked so we can get in though and determine if there is enough room to carry a shotgun in here in the traditional sense, back in the war days. Aren't we fortunate we're not in a war here in the States? Locking glove box, no USB outlet, no aux, nothing like that, but you do get adequate size. Let's go around, let's see what the Boxer looks like and where it's residing under the hood. Pop the hood. And under the hood, it should look very familiar, very Subaru. They've done a really good job engineering this platform and making it easy to do basic maintenance on. You have coolant reservoir, oil filter, engine oil fill, 0W20, full synthetic is what it takes, your windshield washer, the batteries right up front, brake fluid, this fancy looking engine cover with the heat extraction feature, and then through the grill you get the air that's funneled to the filter to clean it, the baffle it, quiet it down, and then into the engine you have the alternator up top, the dipstick right there, and the serpentine belt. This is one of the easier engines to work on. Makes about 182 horse, 176 pound-feet of torque, and then it has that CVT. Let's drop the hood, take it for a ride. It's time to teleport inside and see what the Forester Premium can do. Initial driving impressions of the Premium Forester are, of course, it's really good if you've seen any of my other Forester videos. Visibility is just great. Sound dampening from wind and road noise is pretty good. Steering wheel is comfortable. You, of course, don't have the heated steering wheel feature like you do on the Touring I just posted. Being that this has no extra options, it's just a base Premium, no blind spot, none of the extra features, mostly just standard equipment, which for about 30 grand is actually pretty good. The 6.5-inch screen to me isn't bothersome compared to having like the 8-inch screen. You still have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, it still does a good job. Armrest, very comfortable, lots of soft touch materials in here. So if you are going to go for a long drive, I think it's well suited. Just driving through the country right now, it's comfortable, feels good. Very planted on the road for being about 3,500 pounds. And then just under 9 inches of ground clearance, you could do whatever you want to do. Mid 30-foot turning radius. It feels fairly agile on the road for not being a sports vehicle or more sport biased, but practicality, cargo capacity, safety, those are the things it's looking for, but it does a lot of things pretty well. Driving on roads like this at night, in my own Subaru, having the LED headlights is so valuable. I highly recommend it if you can, if you're getting cross-shopping this with another vehicle. Thankfully now, Subaru offers the LEDs on all their trim levels though, even including the base. But that's to keep up with the top safety pick ratings that it has acquired. Seat bolstering is not aggressive, so it's going to be comfortable for a lot of people. You're not going to be taking this around corners quickly, so it's not like you'll need aggressive bolstering. The power adjustments on the seat do the job. You don't have the same lumbar support that some other offerings have by the competition, but I've never really had a problem with that. You can always add a pillow if you need. And overall, good ride, quiet ride. The seating position in the Forester is fantastic. I've always really liked these. We'll do a quick, light, maybe half throttle acceleration after this half pedal brake. Easily comes to a stop. And then just a little bit of acceleration here. We are in sport mode right now. Now that we're getting up to speed, I'm going to put it back to intelligent mode so you can see the RPMs drop. It's basically like in sport mode, it downshifts. If it was a true automatic transmission, that's basically what it would look like. You can see it drop right there. But let's get to our private road. Let's do 0 to 60. 0 to 60. Density altitude today is about 2,500 feet, so we're only down in power about 8%. We're going to brake rev. It is in sport mode. I'll verbalize the 0 to 60 and then I'll show you what it does without the foot of rollout, the way it'd be rated. That's the bottom left of the GPS graph. Here we go. And true time came in at 9.79 seconds. That seems to be about average for the area of the country that we're in. Let's get to our final thoughts. Final thoughts of the Premium Forester is it is a fantastic value at about 30 grand. It's only 2/3 the cost of the average new vehicle. In this magnetic gray, it looks really good. Those LEDs are bright. The ground clearance can inspire confidence. It can do a lot of cool stuff. It can keep you and your family safe, and hopefully it doesn't break the bank either. The wheels look good. The all seasons are gonna probably be pretty darn good in most conditions. Where the majority of us live that aren't in the Arctics, aren't in the mountains, but the cities, the countries, places like that. If you guys enjoy my content, my video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I've done a few other 23 Foresters if you're interested. Otherwise, if you want to buy this one, the link's below. Check them out. They're a good dealer to work with. Until next time, take care, guys.